probably by tonight. I'll have it to you by tomorrow morning. If you haven't heard from me by tomorrow morning, just yell, and I'll be like, oh shoot, I uploaded. Because sometimes I'll upload it and be like, I forget to send the link. There's like so many things to juggle. So yeah. Anyway, but just let me know if you haven't heard from me. I'll take care of it. But well, how you been? How's your week been so far?
I've been really busy. I started working like a month ago, and yeah, I've been working almost every single day. So yeah, I'm
Jeez,
tired.
dude, that's awesome. I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Good on you though. Good on you. All right, let me get your form pulled up here. Okay, support DPS plat, support diamond. Obviously, it's been a month since you filled out the form, so just let me know what's changed here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I don't think we've actually had like a really in-depth one-on-one session here. We did the team review with Christian, so obviously as stuff will change. So what got you interested in the one-on-one coaching? Let's start with that.
Okay, so the reason of why I wanted to have a one-on-one session is because when we talk with Christian, you mainly focus on him, and obviously because I mean he's the tank.
Yes.
He actually put the first step, so he was like really interesting on him. I was mostly seeing if I like the coaching session, if I could get something, and even if I mean, despite the fact that you were like focused, what the hell? Wait a second.
It's the
Give me
ice
a
cream.
second.
It's the ice cream truck.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
no joke. There's like a mockingbird in my neighborhood that makes a noise like that. Like I don't even know where that thing learned how to make that noise. It's freaking weird.
Oh shit.
I take a walk and I'm like, what is that noise? I'm like, is that a bird? A bird is making that noise. It's freaking weird, man. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yep. That's okay. It's okay. So yeah, despite you were mostly like reviewing him. I mean, you review like me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were. He was like the focus.
Yeah.
And even besides that, I learned things like my placement, my timing, things like that. And I also saw their coaching sessions, and I said, oof, I can learn a lot from this guy, and that's why I'm here now.
Cool. Well, welcome. I guess I'm curious to hear about your Overwatch background. That's always like my second usual question is like how long you've been playing the game.
Oof. So it's been like almost 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure. A friend of mine show me this game. I already knew about Overwatch, but he showed it to me, and we were playing in PlayStation at that time, and I fell in love with Overwatch. I love it. I'm still loving it after 3 years, and I how to say this? I'm like in depth with Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's been a lot with this game. Then after this PlayStation, like I played for like 6 months or more, probably like 10 months in PlayStation. I transferred to PC, to computer, and then I'm still playing for 2 years by now.
Okay, makes sense. And I see here a little bit of DPS, a little bit of support. Is that still the case?
Yeah, that was, at the beginning I was like flex. I used to play almost everything at a decent level, but right now after seeing the coaching sessions, I'm more like focusing in these two roles,
nice.
mainly in like 4 or 5 characters split in these two roles.
Okay, perfect. And then you're getting ready for your Overwatch 2 Collegiate. That's starting in how many months?
Like I'm not sure because I'm gonna apply in 2 months, but yeah, it's like I don't know when the actual classes start. I think it's like in 4 or 5 months. I'm not sure, but yeah, like
okay, yeah, well,
4 or 5 months.
Good luck with that. Okay, let's look through the form. And obviously, as I said, it's been about a month. So if things have changed, just let me know what things there are. Okay, anything additional you'd like Spell to know? I don't have good self-esteem, but I'm working on my ego. Please talk to me about that.
Okay, so recently it might sound dumb. This might sound dumb,
it doesn't,
but I think it's important.
Okay,
but I think this is important to people that is actually getting competitive. It's about the ego. I start watching Blue Lock.
No, I don't.
An anime. Well, I recommend you. It talks about a lot about ego and you being the protagonist of the play, or in the
Yeah.
match in this case.
Yeah.
It's I think that's really important if you want to improve. Not like get how you said this, like overesteem your own
Yes. Yes.
capabilities,
Ego. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like that.
Yeah.
It's not
Overestimate.
like that. Yeah, it's more like being self have confidence in
Yes. Of
yourself and
course.
think I can win. If I fight you, I'm gonna win. And I've been working on that, because I had a problem that is used to be like, I when I found someone in a direct 1v1, like,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be scared and I get really nervous, despite the fact that I had the skill to win, because I had them. I lost because I was like mentally prepared to lose. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
wasn't
Right.
actually I wasn't actually like, I can win this. I'm very sure I can win this.
Of
It
course.
wasn't like that. And it didn't matter the enemy. It doesn't matter if the enemy is a mercy that is they have like zero aim or zero skills.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
matter. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose that.
Right.
But I start like changing my mindset, and now I think I can even win to people that is like in ranks over to me right now.
Right, right. Well, good. Well, good. I think the reason why I think is so important is it avoids good practice opportunities. Like, if you don't think
Yes.
that I can maybe win versus anybody, then you're going to avoid the matchups and the opportunities to like actually really push your limits, right?
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna embarrass myself, but there's one of my stupid Patreons. I hope he's not watching this because he's gonna get too big of an ego. But this guy, I'm really good at fighting Genjis, but man, I cannot beat this guy in Genji. And like, we'll be like queued up for quick play or something like that, and he will just go Genji in the while you wait deathmatch. And he just gets me every time. But you know what? I don't stop going for him. I'm gonna keep going because it's good practice, right? And so I think for you, it's like, even if you do lose the 1v1, hey, all right, good practice. Try again, As long as it's not like, oh, I have to only do the 1v1 and I'm obsessed with the 1v1. But like you said,
No, yeah.
having the confidence to not be scared, that's good. That's good. Keep going, sorry.
Yeah, so that would be like for the ego part and my self-esteem, because I think you noticed it when we like talked the first time, the first session, but
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really that like confident, or I was
Mm-hmm.
like, how to say it, no self, I don't know how to say it, but yeah,
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
I wasn't, I underrated my own skills.
Of course.
But right now I think I mean, I haven't practicing in my ego, if that makes sense, and in
Yes.
my self-esteem.
Good.
I've been trying to
Good.
work that.
Good, of course. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's like, it's all about balance, right? Like, you don't want to
Yeah.
have too much ego to where that becomes a distraction and a hindrance and makes things, frustrating, or you get mad at yourself. I know people that have so much ego that they have low self-esteem. It sounds backwards, but like, let's say you think that you're that important, so then you queue up into a game and you're not as good as you think that you should be, so you get really mad at yourself, right? And so like, that
Yes.
keeps that. I've worked with a lot of people like that as well. So it's just about being balanced, right?
Exactly.
Okay. That's good to hear. Sleep is hit or miss, 6 to 9 hours. You're very, very, sounds like you're very, very busy, but obviously if you can make that a little bit more consistent, even if it's just like 7 to 9 hours, that would be a lot better. But obviously do what you can.
No, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm working like I start working at 5, and I get out of the work at 1 a.m. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's basically the
of course.
reason.
Yeah, I understand. So you're working night shift?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So it might be harder to sleep during that. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you hope to get out of the session? I just want to confirm if I have the problems I think I have, learn something new. Okay. Short-term, long-term goals. We talked about that. Hero pool and ranked. I mean, we've already talked a lot about hero pool, you said, in the other session, and it sounds like you're already working at that, so that's good to hear. What's your training time looking like in terms of play time per average day, per average week right now?
Oof, right now it's being the last 3 weeks. I haven't played like that much, because I start working and I do a night shift. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I try to keep at least as minimum. It's like twice a week play. yeah, the free for all, the try hard free for all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for at least 30 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
then play like two competitive match. That's what I'm trying to do at
Okay.
least twice a week.
Okay. That would say would be like the bare minimum. I think maybe you could cut down a little bit on your try hard free for all, because it sounds like with that session it's like 30 minutes of try hard and maybe like 45 minutes of playing ranked. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
they will be
What
like.
might be better is to do like 10 minutes of try hard free for all and then 3 ranked games instead. Maybe a little bit
Okay.
better. So just to change up that ratio just a little bit. And then obviously trying to do something like that more often than twice a week. It depends on what your goals are, right? Like if you want to be like, I'm really busy right now, so I just want to not get worse, then trying to aim for 2 or 3 times a week of that would be about to kind of stay the same, right? But then if you wanted to improve and rank up and get better, you would probably need to aim for 3 or 4 or maybe even 5. But obviously, you're working, you're busy. It's like part of being an adult, right? You have to kind of choose where you invest your time. There's nothing inherently better about getting to masters or grandmaster. It's just what you want to spend your time on. But I think knowing that in case you have the time or in case you want to get better, it can kind of help you manage your time moving forward. So if you want to get better in terms of like really rank up, then there you go. But what we could do this VOD review at the very least is give you some advice on if you have more time, how would you spend it? And then also when you do play now, at least you'll have a couple of goals to work on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? Obviously, if this has changed, you say mentality. I assume that has to do with the ego and self-esteem thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Makes sense. And then mechanics overall, just all the heroes just not feel like you're performing quite at the same level.
Yeah, and that's why I send you to replace. I send you two because one of them will lose, and I want to see your point of view if I think you agree with me on this one. The first match is a match that I play with Christian, and the second one is a match that I play myself. And I think I wasn't doing the performance I should be doing.
Got it.
I know my capability. I know I'm capable to do more than in the second match.
Okay.
I know I could do more.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, I think that part of the problem with mechanics is if you're not able to play a lot, and also if you have a somewhat, your hero pool is a lot narrower, but it's still a little bit broad. Like 4 or 5 heroes is still pretty big for somebody who only plays a couple hours a week. It might be hard to get consistent with your mechanics. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It will come when you have more time to practice. But okay. I don't really see anything else in the forum. Is there any other questions or anything else that you wanted to go over?
Not really. I mean, probably if something passed through my mind, I'm gonna tell you during the replay. But
okay, sure.
No,
yeah.
right now, no.
Obviously, if anything comes up, just let me know. Which code do you want to start with?
The first one I think is the most interesting one because we lose that match, and I think I did well. I don't know why we lose exactly, but I would like to see your point of view.
First one, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one should be really quick, honestly. I mean,
okay.
Unless you have.
We've got time, so.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. So on Tracer, is this Tracer for most of the VOD, or do you swap around a little bit?
No, I swapped Soldier for a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, just mostly just Tracer then. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, with Tracer, what are you looking to try to do? If you were to try and coach Tracer to a bronze player, what are the things they got to be thinking about?
I think getting the easiest pick you can get. It doesn't matter if it's a super or it's a DPS. The most squishy one, the most easy for you to kill. I think that's what you should be focusing the most of the match. And yeah, trying to get in. This is really important, and I think this is the main reason, in my opinion, of why most of the tracers that are like in bronze doesn't do like a good performance. Is because you have to make sure that work with your team or use like your team, use them as a bait for you to get in.
Oh yes, brilliant, exactly. Now going back to your first point, where are those squishies usually positioned? Like you look at their comp, Mercy, Bastion, these are things that you can kill. Where are those guys going to be on the battlefield?
I think the Bastion will try to be behind the rain the whole time, not like with the rain, but like a little bit behind.
Yep.
The Tracer is gonna try to mess with your backline, but that's not your job. I mean, unless it's like a big deal.
Sure.
Moira, it's gonna be with the tank, and the Bastion try to keep them alive, and Mercy is probably gonna pocket Bastion and Rain.
Right. Right. So the thing with the Tracer is you find that target that you said that you can easily kill, and then try to take a flank to wrap around and get to that target, right? So I mean, you can even see you're doing it here, right? You're gonna go around, you're gonna hide, you're gonna wait for your team as bait, kind of like what you were saying, and then you're gonna go for that Mercy, you're gonna go for that Bastion, right? It's that simple, right? Obviously, doing that perfectly is really hard. Do you see Lucio? What is going on here?
What the hell?
The replay viewer, what? But yeah. And now look at it. Look at Tracer. What is going on?
What the hell? I don't know.
That is super weird. Okay, anyway, but yeah. Okay, all right, let's take a look. Like I said, if any of your questions come up, just yell. All right, let's see. Sneaky. And now the fight started, right? You can hear it. You know. Yes. So then that's when you go for the Bastion. Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, nice. So only thing I would change here, very little, tiny little detail, is when you shoot the Bastion, you're like, okay, now they're gonna start looking at you. So you have to blink to stop him from shooting you. But you tell me what's wrong with this blink.
I get in the middle and in front of everyone.
Right. Yeah. So you're timing it well. Your target is good. I think this is okay. Your team's a little late to fight, so that's unfortunate. But it's okay. It's still okay. Your queen's in. Just where would you like to blink instead?
To the right.
Yes, exactly, right here. You got cover, right? You can even like, look at me, look, and then they're like, this guy's just trolling us, right? And they ignore you, and then you kill them, right? That's the thing. Because I look at this and I'm like, I think you're gonna get, and there it is, right? There's the recall. But I think if you blinked here instead, you would have had to recall a little bit later, more damage, more kills, more pressure, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously here, if you'd be able to stay on that angle a little bit better, but this is good.
I did this because I wanted to regroup with the team because they were making calls. At least Christian was making calls, I think, and I wanted to help them. That's why I blinked.
This is Christian on Queen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think avoid regrouping, okay? Because this is the thing, okay? You want to pressure at the same time as your team, but to be a team player, you do not necessarily shoot the same targets, right? Think about it this way. If there was like a lot of yard work that we had to do, okay? Like let's say that like my family came over to like tear down some trees or like plant a new garden. If everybody was outside tearing down trees and planting the garden and nobody was inside cooking us lunch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
More people doing one thing doesn't necessarily mean that the job gets done better, because there are people that are in supportive roles that are helping in other ways, right? Imagine if the Mercy whipped out the pistol instead of damage boosting or healing to help kill something, right? That's not what Mercy is best at. So for you, if you guys are calling Ryan, group up, your job is generally not to shoot Ryan. Your job is to shoot the people that are helping the Reinhardt, because that's what your hero is better at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's like one of the debates about being a good team player is that, I'm going to help the team, but help the team by doing what you are good at, not what everyone else wants you to do. Nice. Mechanics haven't looked too bad so far, at least on Tracer.
No, I mean, some things I did wrong in this match, but generally it was just me doing this.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy, but you know what?
I don't know what happened here.
But Christian's calling a push here, right? Yeah. So this is good, right? Because is this Hanzo going to get any help?
Nope.
No, because Christian is pushing.
Second.
Right. So.
Okay, I messed up. I'm done.
That's all right. I don't know what's going on here.
I mean, neither. He wasn't shooting. I think his mouse is disconnected.
What's going on? Okay, but nice job. I mean, I guess the only thing I would say is that like you don't even need to blink if he's not even charging his bow, I guess, but it's whatever. Weird pulse.
Yeah.
That's okay. Christian gets wait, what happened to Christian? We have to make fun of Christian here. I want to know what happened to Christian.
I know I think he overextended.
Wait for it. You ready? Oh no, he got a big one.
Yep.
I thought he did. I didn't get anybody. Oh, his team didn't push. That's unfortunate. Okay, Christian's probably very mad.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I mean this fight's pretty lost, but it's a good try. Probably just get out now. You might be able to get out. Yeah, you can get out.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Woo! Scary. Okay.
I know.
Now, don't regroup though. Because look what's happening. You're regrouping, but Christian's just like, stay here And then if you're like, oh, we're pushing, you go back in. And if you're not pushing, it's fine. You just sit and hide and wait to push in later. There's no point running back to spawn. What do you do here?
No, yeah.
Right?
No, I mean, I mean, the thing here, I wasn't paying attention. That was more like awareness.
Sure. But I guess my point is even if Christian is not here, if Christian's like back here, why go back here? Why not just stay here and wait for Christian to push?
Yeah.
Because you're going to want to push from the flank anyway. So be ready.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Should be doing that.
I mean, this is a good try. Actually, I think at this point you just need to get out. Yeah. Okay, now set up on that flank. Go. There we go. Go. Your Moira is DPS Moiring, so you need to go now. Nice. It's okay. It's good. He hit some nice shots. Keep going. Ignore Mercy. She's just gonna do Mercy things. Nice. Oops. Nicely done. It's not bad. Good job. Maybe. Force her fate. Now the Rhine. Nice. Love to see it. It's a good Queen ult. Nice, mate. This was a good fight. You took a good angle. You timed it well. Your blink movement was not always perfect from cover. Sometimes you ended up in the middle of the fight a little bit. But for the most part, pretty nice. Not bad. And I liked your target focus as well. Like, you even shot the Reinhardt, right? Because he was the only target on the flank right there. You could shoot him in the back. And also with Pulse Bomb, bang, right? Nice job. Hide. Set up your angle, set up your flank. Good try. Just be careful, right? Because obviously you don't have your recall now, so you need to be really careful. Yeah. So that's the thing you got to decide.
Oh, here I changed to Solar because I said, no, that's gonna... Christian always, like, feels that when they pick Symmetra, May, or Pharah, is like, yeah, we lost the match, you know? So I try to change here. I run to the...
Mistake.
What?
Mistake. I disagree.
Yeah.
Okay. What does pharmacy mean for them? How many people is pharmacy?
Two.
So this guy's in trouble. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You don't count. Tracer is one of the best pharmacy counters in the game. And the reason why that is because she has a much easier time isolating either the other support or the other DPS, and sometimes even the other tank, because they are missing that support help. And in addition to that, it's also very easy for Tracer to avoid the Pharah spam. Now, you can get one shot by a damage boosted rocket, but if you take a good angle, you take a good flank, you find this Hanzo, heck, you can find the Moira too, and you 1v1 those targets, you do one of two things. You either kill the target because they don't have that support's help, and you're able to avoid the Pharah, or two, you force the Mercy to fly down from the sky to where your team can shoot her, and leaves the Pharah without a pocket floating in the middle of nowhere. You see that?
Yeah.
So I think the combo that you guys have right now, which is hit scan plus Tracer, is the best counter Pharah comp in the game. You have a hit scan for Pharah, and you have a Tracer to force to split the Mercy's attention. If the Mercy peels on the Tracer on the backline, the Cassidy kills the Pharah. If the Cassidy forces the Mercy to stay with the Pharah, then the Hanzo dies or the Moira dies. You see that? There's a lose-lose. Okay. I understand why you swap here. Obviously, you explained it very well, but I don't like the swap regardless.
No, yeah.
Especially because you've done such a good job on Tracer so far. That is such a shame. Would you like some coaching on Soldier, though?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it. So, Soldier, take an angle, take a flank, shoot people. The only problem with Soldier versus their comp is that the Hanzo, you have to be careful of him too. So it's kind of like, I want to get like a nice juicy sightline on that Pharah. Now, Pharah, how does Pharah counter hit scan? Because it's a love-hate relationship, right? Hit scan loves play versus Pharah, but also hates playing versus Pharah. Why? Who wins this 1v1 right here?
She wins.
She does, right? Why?
Yeah. Because I don't have angle to win against her.
Yes, right. She gets on top of you, she gets close, you're cooked. You're done. So then where should you try? Now, this is good if you can get out, but you're not going to be able to. So what's the optimal angle and position for you to play versus this pharmacy on this map?
in the right side of your camera.
Right, the right side of the map. Now you have to be careful because Hanzo can also shoot you here, right? But generally, this is kind of where you want to more open space for you, right? That's what you want to try and do. And if you force the pharmacy to rotate over here to avoid you, that's okay, because that means you can only play in one side of the map, okay? So I think this rotation is okay, but obviously as soon as you see that Pharah is there, I wouldn't even use my heal station, by the way. Just run, grab Mega, and then rotate to the other side immediately. Don't go back. Don't go back.
I did, Vic.
Yeah, it's okay.
I learned my mistake.
And then here, it's too easy for Pharah. She's already directly above you. She's already spamming this choke anyway, because it's on main. So here, she's going to be spamming this choke, and then you're just going to materialize from the flank and murder her, right?
Yeah.
You see that? Especially both hit scan stacking. Oh my gosh, it's so easy for Pharah.
This was... No, look at this.
That was a disaster. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Let's keep going. So just take a different angle. I mean, I think especially with Soldier, like you have legs, right? That's what makes Soldier special compared to Cassidy, right? Is the ability to take angles faster than he can. Okay. Any questions so far?
No. I think I'm getting everything so far.
Okay. Good. Now, this is a weird map because I think Tracer is good in this map, but Tracer also feels kind of awkward. It's very long sightlines, right? And there's really only one flank that you can take. Now, there are a few options. You can flank to here and wrap around here. You can wrap all the way around here. You can wrap and drop to point from here, right? Remember the little floor thing here? You see this? You can do that from here. And sometimes, it's not always good, but you can go here and blink across and wrap around here. So, I don't know. This is a tough map. I like the Tracer choice here, but you have to be very disciplined. So hide, wait, patience. Okay. Now what I would do here, well, you tell me, what should you do? Because what's the problem with engaging from here?
They are far from me,
yes,
and I have to waste blinks.
That's it. That's perfect. Yeah, exactly. Anytime you have to use blinks to engage, you don't like it. Sometimes you have to, but you don't have to. Why? What can you do instead?
Walk around, like, and get up. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did.
You need to go, though. You need to go quickly, because the problem here is that you don't need to engage just yet, but I'm expecting... So your team doesn't engage yet, but I guess I was expecting Christian to push into here, and you need to be there quickly. So he's not pushed, so I guess you're fine. Like, if anything here, you could probably have waited. Just because, I mean, look at your team, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's really happening. So, okay, I mean, I guess this is fine. Okay, let's talk about what would have been better here, okay? So, the position is good, but nothing's happening. So what should you do here?
Here right now, I should... I don't know, get closer, or I don't know, honestly.
Okay. What do you think about just waiting?
Waiting.
Yeah, because what's happening on the battlefield right now?
Yeah, the rain is going back to the point. They're taking the point. They're setting, and I'm...
But what is your team doing?
I
guess you're pushing Hanzo here.
Crying.
Right. It doesn't sound like a lot's happening here. Just be careful, is what I'm saying. Because right now, do you see, you're able to get two people distracted on you? Be careful. And in here, you can't do this. You can't. So you've used your recall to pressure an Ashe and a Moira. That's okay. What should you be doing now?
Trying to refresh my cooldowns.
Sure, and wait.
The same thing.
Wait. Maybe just sit here. Come over here. Grab Mini. Maybe poke a little bit carefully. Right. You got health packs. You're on a good flank or an angle. You can't go to point. Why?
It's an open field. They have as.
Do you have recall?
I'm gonna have no. They're gonna keep the eyes on me.
You are in trouble, and this is the problem. Even though you don't die, you have to leave entirely. That's the problem.
Yes.
Whereas if you'd been a little bit more patient, maybe gone a little bit later, but at very least, okay, we went. I forgot my recall force. I sit in the angle and I just wait. Then I go back in again. You could have killed this Ashe now. You could have at the very least been ready to set up on the Mercy now. But now you're doing nothing. Ooh, nice. Ooh, it's okay. Same thing, just now you have to play a little bit more carefully, right?
Yes.
I would be shooting the Hanzo.
That's what I tried. I missed off.
Terrifying. Okay.
I know.
So when you don't have recall, try to be a little bit more patient. Don't leave the angle, just be more patient. Because if you don't play more patiently, then you might just have to either die or you have to leave the angle entirely, and that's bad. Grab mini here, and then just sit and wait, and you could shoot. You know, don't leave the angle.
Yeah. I was trying to take another one.
Well, but remember, an angle is contextual, right? In other words, this position is an angle, this position is an angle, so is this position is an angle. Everything is an angle. It just depends on where your team is. So right now, where is quote unquote main for your team right now?
The right side.
The right side. So then you need to be on the left. Now, if Christian was here, you might be on the right, right? So it depends. So I don't like this.
Yeah.
There's no one's position on the map that's like look, you ate a fire strike, right? He wasn't even aiming for you. You know? Okay, be careful. Be careful.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that.
Remember, no recall, right?
Yes.
So be careful. How aggressively you play is dependent on whether you have recall or not. And that's a perfect example of why.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? All right. Because it also would have been fine for you to just sit here and, hide, wait for your blinks, shoot the Hans a little bit, blink here. Oh, Hans is shooting me. I blink, out, grab the mega. Then they go to point, and then I wrap around a flank, and I grab in the back line. Right? Just be patient.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, where should you go?
To the right side.
To the right. Now, how aggressively should you play on the right side right now?
As much as I can.
Okay, but what are you missing? Bottom right.
My recall.
Yes. So how aggressively should you play on the right? You kind of see what I'm saying here? Be careful.
No,
don't make the same mistake you just made last fight. So this is good. This is also fine too. Probably would have liked you to wrap around a little bit deeper, and control from here. Going straight to point, it obviously only works if there's a squishy to shoot there, and it turns out to be a pulling Moira. And then that's going to kill you as a result. You play a little bit too aggressively without your recall on not the best flank, and then you die. And this fight was actually quite winnable. Okay. Any questions so far?
Not really. I'm actually... I'm thinking about changing my mentality, because all I think when the main... how to say this, like the main thing I have in my head when I'm playing Tracer, especially, it's I have to don't let him breathe, because if I'm not at least calling the attention to me some way, I'm not doing anything. So I probably should change that and be a little bit more patient, a little bit more strategic. Yeah, exactly.
Watch this.
So,
watch this. Can you see the stream?
Wait a second. Yes.
Okay. So this is an analogy that I used with tanks a long time ago, a weightlifting analogy. So basically the idea is that a lot of power lifters, when they're lifting for strength, is they very rarely go to failure. In other words, they never lift as heavy as they can, and they never do as many repetitions as they can. Because the problem with going too hard, especially early in a workout, is your nervous system and your muscles get so fatigued that then you immediately tank your intensity for the rest of the workout, right? You can't even go as hard. For example, if I asked you to do as many push-ups as you can in 10 minutes, the worst thing that you could do is to do as many push-ups as you could in a row on the first set. Because for the rest of 10 minutes, how would you be feeling?
Tired.
Exhausted, right? So what would you do? You'd save a few, right? You'd save it. You'd leave a little bit in the tank. You go until you start to feel a little bit tired in your arms, and then you'd stop and you'd rest 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and you do it again, right? So what you do is, rather than doing this, it would instead look a little bit like this. You see? But in the long run, that's going to allow you to put out more pressure. And that's the same thing with really all Overwatch heroes, but especially flankers, because the idea is that if you go too hard as a tracer and you go, I have to be doing something all the time, what's going to happen? You're going to get your recall forced, you're going to get your blinks forced, and then one of two things is going to happen. And we've seen both of those things. You're going to die, right? Or almost as bad, you're going to have to blink back to the middle of your team and run away and hide, right?
Yeah.
And then, again, same result, right?
Yeah.
Instead, what I want you to do is to take an angle, put out pressure, a lot of pressure, but then, oh no, I got my recall forced. I got to play carefully. I don't want to give up my flank though, and I don't want to die. I'm going to keep maybe making them look around and get them nervous, but I'm going to put out a little bit of pressure, and then when I get my recall back, whoop, another little peek there, this is what we want to see, right? Not, I went so hard that I died for it, or that I had to run all the way back to my team. Because the irony is that you're obsessing about always doing something, but that's meaning that you're not always doing something, because you're dying and going to spawn, and that you're getting your recall forced and then running back into the middle of your team instead of staying on a flank. You see what I'm saying? So we want you to push hard, and then sometimes you might go all the way in because you see somebody who's 1 HP and you really need to get that kill. That's okay. But if you go too hard without a good reason, you die or you lose your angle. And when either of those two things happen, you're not doing anything. So what's the point? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
It's about knowing that balance. All right. And then we can look at that in this next fight. So let's take a look.
Yeah.
Take an angle. Okay.
You have Torres.
Keep taking an angle. Keep taking an angle. Yeah, I mean, Torres is really annoying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh. So this is just maybe where I would recommend the right side, just because there's more cover. I know you've been hitting that angle a lot, and you're like, oh, I don't like it, but I think the left side has problems.
Yeah.
But like, for example, here, you need to be careful. Because you're thinking, I have to do pressure, I have to do pressure, I have to do pressure, right? But look at the bottom right hand of your screen.
Yeah.
Right? What are the odds that you die here in the next 5 seconds?
A lot.
Pretty high,
actually.
Pretty high, right? Now, but you're just a few seconds away from being able to do some good damage here, right? You could take an angle. You almost have your recall. You'll be able to get 2 blinks soon. Just be patient, right? You could even shoot here and hide, but be careful. You're still missing a blink. You see, this is actually pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Do you see this? Look at the Mercy is heal beaming. The Hanzo has been looking at you. The Reinhardt freaking pinned at you and is using fire strikes at you. Right? Now you are by yourself, basically, so you need to be very cautious. But this is what we were missing in the previous fights, where you would go for pressure, and then if you didn't get immediate kill, you get really impatient, right? But look at how much of a distraction that you've been here. You see, sometimes it's what I call like the cash-in principle, where you just go all in and you finish a kill. That's good. But if you can't, like right now, you're not going to be able to cash in, right? So just chill.
Yeah.
Survive. Right? Okay. Just a little bit too aggressive, right? But again, look at how much attention you were getting. You did such a good job. You choked in the home stretch. It might have been better here, for example. Okay, right now, what probably would have made more sense for you? So like, let's say here, what probably would have been better for you right now? Look at your HP. You got no blinks, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Tricky question, I know, but I want you to think about it.
I don't know, maybe hide it somewhere close.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm almost thinking maybe you should just blink off a point, go grab the health pack and wrap for a flank. You've done a good job. Like, look at your Moira and Cassidy. They're actually been able to stay here, right? Instead of getting shot. Now your Queen's back. Now Christian's going to be pushing soon. Maybe you just disengage, run up and set up a flank now, right? Even here, maybe blink back. I don't know. It's just something to consider. I know that analogy is a little weird, but you don't have to force it, right? All right, let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I changed here because I said I don't like this Storger.
Yeah, this Torbjorn's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot the turret. Nice. Poor Christian. Surely we win. I love that this entire VOD has just been basically, poor Christian.
No, yeah, he was. After this, we'll lose. Actually, we'll lose the match. and I think it's because I don't know, but I want you to tell me why you think we lose this match.
Okay.
I watched this replay and I
Sure. Small thing with Soldier, by the way. Don't hold down mouse 1 with the random spread. Okay? And also with trigger discipline. Right here, take some shots. Take a second to realign your crosshair and shoot again. Don't just hold down the button, because the spread on the gun will start to get bad, and you'll also just kind of turn your brain off, you know? So just refocus, realign your crosshair.
Wait. The Soldier is still half a spread? I thought they'd take it out.
Well, the reason why it matters is because it's not so much the spread with the gun as it is the spread with your mechanics. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
As the Moira moves around, you're just going to be like... No. Take a couple shots, realign your crosshair. Take a couple shots, realign your crosshair. Don't just hold down the mouse button the entire time. It's important for Tracer too, but it's also important for Soldier. So like right now, you're just like mashing down buttons. Take a second. Realign that crosshair. Put it on the head. Come on, Magic Pants. Let's go.
See, I don't know why Christian get in. And
oh no.
I don't know what happened here.
Christian thinks that we're up a bunch. He gets too out in the open, and also you and your Ana were not pushing. You and your Ana were very late. So tell Christian. Oh my goodness, that date. Tell Christian he should flame you. Careful. Ooh, careful. I would shoot turret as quickly as you can. Yeah, I think just Christian died. Christian died because he overextended, and you and your Ana didn't push up far enough. That's the big mistake there.
Yeah, you guys are I wasn't expecting a push here. I mean, he didn't call that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you should expect a push because you're up a few. You go up and you chase staggers, right? And you did get a stagger, but unfortunately Christian kept pushing in, and the rest of the team didn't. That was the big mistake. Okay, well, you want to keep going? Next code?
Yeah, sure. The next one is more like I wasn't being efficient enough.
Okay. Is it more Tracer or is it a different hero?
This is mainly Tracer.
Okay. More Tracer. Let's
all the matches Tracer.
Okay. Do you have any questions so far?
No, but well, yeah. What do you think I should be practicing, like, to be more efficient? What exercises do you recommend for this?
Okay. The exercises in Overwatch, if they're not mechanics like crosshair placement, trigger discipline, flicks and all that kind of stuff, the exercises are things that you think about in game. That's what the exercises are. The things that so far I think you should be thinking about in game are when you don't have recall, practice not going as aggressively. Okay.
Yeah.
The exercises are making sure that you don't blink into the middle of the enemy team when you have an angle. The exercises are when you're on Soldier, try to use your legs to take a flank instead of walking into a choke, right? The exercises are don't hold down mouse 1 and Soldier without thinking, right? Try and selectively aim your shots. Those are the exercises we want to see. Okay. And maybe we'll have more from here. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
You pick one of those things, and then you practice that thing for that game or that day. That's how you exercise.
Okay.
There aren't like specific drills really.
I messed up. I have also right here, for example, I have to practice the distance for my blinks because
Correct. You can't win this 1v1 without 2 blinks. Let's put it that way. An equally skilled Tracer versus an equally skilled Zenyatta. Tracers will win 80-85% of the time if you have 3 blinks. Tracers will win 70% of the time with 2 blinks. Tracers will win 50% of the time with 1 blink. Tracers will win like 30% with 0 blinks, right?
Yeah.
It's not. You got to be really careful. So that's why you have to understand your fundamentals, because when I asked you how do you play Tracer, you're like, find the squishy that you want to kill and go kill the squishy. But that's not good enough. At least at your level, right? At your level, you have to find the squishy that you need to kill. Try to close the distance to them without having to use blinks, right? That's the second step. Ooh. Now that being said, you did distract a lot of people. That was good. Careful. Nice.
Can you stop here? Mm-hmm. I think I use a lot of the recall when I don't have
to. I was just about to say that. So This is when you would turn your crosshair and look at the Genji. Now, the one problem that might justify the recall now is you don't have one blink. You have 0 blinks.
Yeah.
So if this Genji right-clicks your head or dashes, you're dead instantly. So something to consider. But you know, I agree. I agree. That's another exercise you can practice there, right? Did I need to use recall? And what that will mean is you will die a lot. But you will get better at reading the situation. I do this whenever I was playing Mei. I was like, I try to like never use Ice Block unless I had to use it so that I could play aggressive. And I died a lot of times without Ice Block. But as I got better at it, I was able to play so much more aggressive because I was able to know my limits, right? That's something that you can practice as well. Grab the mini or the mega or anything. Okay, there you go. So they go Moira. Now, here's the thing with Moira, right? Not a hero that you can assassinate, but also not a hero that can assassinate you, really. So if you're playing more for assassinations, not very good. But if you're playing to distract, a lot better, right? See, a lot of people go counters for Tracer, but they're just heroes that are harder to kill, but you don't even need to kill them to get value as Tracer. And also, they might swap to a hero that they're obviously not very good at. She moved like a truck. That was like moving a straight line. What is going on here? Now, remember the rule here. How should you be playing right now? Bottom right. Remember?
Yeah.
Cautious. Cautious. Don't die for a recall. You got to kill. Great. Survive. Chill. Play patiently. This is crazy. Got one blink, you're blinking in melee range into a Genji who could one-shot you, and you don't have your recall. You're crazy. Just sit here and shoot. You know, distract. Shoot. If he dashes at you, blink away. Grab the mini health back. Maybe get your recall back. Maybe he messes up his deflect or dash. Then you finish the kill, right? Chill. Definitely, to use your terminology, definitely an exercise that you need to be practicing more. Right?
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah.
You did such a good job at the start of this fight. You destroyed their Moira, and then you traded, right? You went for 500 pounds on bench press, and then tore your pectoral doing it, and then you couldn't work out for 6 months. You know, that's what you just did right there, right? Congrats, you lifted a lot of weight, but now you can't exercise for anymore because you're stuck in the spawn room, right? Nice. Now, remember your recall?
Yeah.
You see? Why is this a mistake?
I mean, if something else happened, or if he heals and push me, I will have nothing to survive.
That's right. And what do you have in the bottom right of your screen besides recall?
2 blinks.
2 blinks, right? That's all you need here. I get you need to move. This guy's gonna helix you, right? So blink, don't recall. Again, your mechanics are honestly not bad. Even your soldier mechanics were not bad. It was fine. Okay, let's get in a little bit. Oh, I want to see this.
Oh, this is so funny. This was so funny.
What?
So he deflected
it on the floor?
No, he deflected to me, and I did a recall.
So he deflects it on the floor, but it still says stuck. And then he dies to it.
There he goes.
There's something really funny about the ragdoll mechanics in this game. Clonk! That is super funny. Okay. Remember, no recall, right? So, patience. I wouldn't even get this close, right? Just shoot. Just shoot. Just shoot. Because you're doing good damage, right? Just shoot.
Yeah.
Christian's just... That's not even Christian. I just see Junker Queen. I'm like, oh, Christian. Oh, wait, no, that's not Christian. Nice.
Oh, here.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of, like... Nah, you know? Nah, maybe you're just like, I'm gonna go for the one clip and then recall out. But just be careful. You need to get out. You need to get out. Oh, yeah, you're trolling. You're trolling. You use your recall, right? Yeah. So then how do you have to play afterwards?
Yeah, patient.
You got to get out, right? If you want to go for the one clip and spawn and run away and set up for the fight, that's okay. But nah, it's not good. It's very like you have to understand that what you just did right there is you're gonna get punished for that even at your rank, right? You're not gonna get punished for it every time, but 1 out of every 4 or 5 times in plat or diamond, you will die for that. And that's too many times. That's too many times.
Okay. Fun fact, I used to play like a lot of... I don't understand what is happening here. I'm not gonna
lie. You weren't able to take a good angle, so you're just kind of like sitting in the middle of the point. But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, so yeah, I used to play a lot more like passive with Tracer. I used to like don't get in too late. Like, yeah, I wasn't actually playing Tracer back then, you know. So I tried to change it and play way more aggressive, and well, this is what we got.
Well,
now.
this is good though. That's good, because what you've done is like, it is not bad to make mistakes, right? You are making mistakes right now, but you're forcing yourself to like learn and adapt. And I like that. I like that. So then now we go to the opposite direction a little bit. We go, I wouldn't say safer, just more intelligent. Stay aggressive, but when you don't have recall, a little bit more cautious, right?
Yeah.
So you can find a little bit more of a balance, right? It's a lot like the confidence thing that we talked about at the start of the review, right? Overconfident, underconfident, that we need to find a good balance. And right now you're pushing the boundaries, but that's good. That's how you learn fast, right? I think that's a good thing to do, is to try and go over the top, but you learn a lot from it. That tree just completely melted. And honestly, I don't even need to watch this here, because this is just deathmatch, right? Hit your shots, you don't hit your shots, you die.
Yes.
Oh, you want him, don't you? Recall? Now how do you play?
I leave. I try to play.
Right. Carefully.
Chill.
Carefully.
Chill, yeah.
Yeah. Now I will say here, I think you were a little bit early, because remember, as Tracer, it's good to be a little bit late, like you were saying, because you're a very important kill target. But the problem here is by the time that your queen is actually pushed, right? She's now pushing, and you've just used your recall. You see that? Probably would have been better to kind of shoot the Genji from here and be careful, and then when he backs up, just wait, and then when this happens, you're already like on the flank here, or then now you're going for the Genji or something like that. So just be a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
Grab a health pack. Right. Careful, careful. Nice. Okay, I want to look at a couple more fights. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Let's look at a couple more. We got time. All right, let's take a look. No questions so far?
No. I mean, I was expecting for you to tell me like what things I might, like I'm failing at, and I think you're right on most of the thing. I mean, what I was thinking about me like this, because I watched these replays and I was like analyzing everything. I had a wrong perspective. I mean, I was thinking, I'm not being as efficient as should be, and I
now,
was
what do you mean by
thinking
efficient?
is because doing things like having presence, and I think it was because I wasn't being aggressive enough. But now I see it's because I'm not managing despite that I'm not managing the recall and the flashes well. I'm also like doing how you say, like I get it all or I lose everything, kind of thing.
All or nothing. Right. You play the same regardless of whether you have recall or not. So you either die or you get mispositioned, and then even if you look at it, like I honestly like the efficiency for it, right? I like using that term because it's a good way of describing how you're inefficient, because you go too aggressively when you don't have recall, and so then you die, and so then you've wasted all of your life for just a little burst of value instead of consistently putting out high pressure, right? And that's what we want to see, right? That's what we want to see. Kind of like that balance there. So, I mean, we could look at it here, right? So, Sigma's here, put out pressure. Wrap around, take an angle. You could have wrapped around there, that would have been okay. Shoot. Okay, a little bit too early, probably. A little bit too aggressive, but that's okay. Now, let's see how you play. Good. 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 But right there, for example. Right there. Not good.
Yeah.
Because this is fine. He looks at you. You blink out. You can even just sit here and hide. You know, poke. Whoop, 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 whoop. But what do? You blink in. Why? You can't do this. You don't deserve this, right? And so then now you have to run very far away when really now you should be going back and fighting more.
Yeah.
So you overextend, you almost die, and then now you're going out again. Now I will say the major issue here was still a little bit of the timing wasn't as good. But yeah, okay. I want you to try and be second whenever you can. Okay, let's see. By the way, remember the trigger discipline thing with Soldier?
Yeah.
Watch this. I think 5 of those bullets hit, or 6.
Yeah.
Out of 40. You know, give yourself stop shooting, realign your crosshair.
Yeah.
A little bit there too. Nicely done. Good patience. Even this is inefficient, to use your terminology, because either you one-clip the soldier, even though he's moving, or you get your recall forced.
Yeah.
What would be better instead?
Holding. Yeah, poke kind of. Like...
Shoot. Poke, and then if he gets low, blink it, you know, and out, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's like you only go for these one clips or not. Now, if this was like a Widowmaker or a Zenyatta holding still, sure. But not enough. Because right now, you should keep going, but you don't have your recall now. So now you got to be careful. Nice. Nice. Careful, 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 careful. Okay, let's watch one more fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. You guys are going very aggressive. You don't have your recall, so careful. Patience. You might die, you might die. Yeah, see, there it is, right? Just a little bit too aggressively after your recall has been used, and then you die. So then now, they walk, they walk, they walk, they walk. Look at all this time that you could have been shooting. Look at all this time you could have been shooting. Look at all this time you could have been shooting. Oh man, they're all 1 HP, they're all 1 HP, they're all 1 HP, they're all 1 HP. You still don't have a flank. Now you have a flank. I mean, look at that downtime, right? Look at that inefficiency.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah.
Okay. So it's about finding the balance between not playing too passively. You don't want to play too passively. You need to get things done. You need to shoot people and put out pressure and be able to blink in and finish a kill if they're low. Or you see a target that's really aggressive, you want to go in, right? But being able to balance that with good cover usage, playing around your recall more, playing around your blinks more, and so that you can be more consistently putting out pressure. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, skills, exercises, things to practice. What are you seeing with Tracer?
What do I think I should do?
Well, what do you think are some things that you need to practice with Tracer, let's say?
Oh, well, I think the mechanics a little bit, like, again, the distance of the dashes, improve my tracking, like, yeah, that kind of things in the mechanics. And then for thinking, I should be, like, yeah, I mean, be more patient, try to, improve the timing, play...
Be more patient when down recall, right?
Yeah.
Improve timing with your tank line, right? A little bit later. It wasn't bad, right? It was definitely better, but it could be a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Anything else? Those are the big two for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I know I have a lot of mistakes, but I would like to you to tell me, like, for mechanics, what do you think? What rank am I from 1 to 10?
I think your rank is where you are right now. Where are you on DPS right now?
I am gold 1. I almost plat, basically.
On DPS?
Yes, sir.
Your mechanics are better than gold.
Okay.
I'm of the opinion they're a mid to high plat vicinity on Tracer. Maybe even Soldier. We didn't see a lot of Soldier, but your mechanics are not the problem.
Okay.
Put it that way. It doesn't mean that you can't practice them. Sure, it's fun. It's good, right? But I think
Yeah.
being more patient around your recall and being aware of your blinks, improving your timing, maybe looking at the angles that you're taking as well.
Yeah.
Keep working on angles. I'll put that one too. That's the lowest hanging fruit. Okay, most important thing for you to be working on. Your mechanics are not bad. Your mechanics are
Okay.
definitely your strongest point, I would say, on Tracer. Your tracking is much better. Even your movement isn't uncomfortable. It could be better, but for a gold Tracer, your movement is really good. So fundamentals, the thinking side of things, needs to be practiced a little bit better, right? Okay.
Yes.
What about with Soldier? I assume that you want some stuff to work on with Soldier too?
With Soldier, I would say, yeah, like the thing of the aim you said, like stop shooting. Yeah, I think it gets in the patience aspect. You know what I mean? Like it also it's part. Yeah, it forms part of it. I would say also, yeah, play with more with the angles, because with Soldier, what I normally do is be with my team and try to, yeah, to fight with them and get picks, kind of say, or to damage just brawling. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, like you said, I should probably look for more angles, learn
Yes.
more angles.
Not as much as Tracer, but definitely more so. I would say you take
Yeah,
angles just like Tracer, but the angles that you take can be like longer, right?
yeah,
Where there you don't have to be close to the enemy as much.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Lots of honestly, gameplay wasn't too bad. Lots of good things. I know you said you make lots of mistakes, but you also did lots of things very well. Like I said, your mechanics were a strong point. Your movement was a strong point. You hit some nice pulse bombs. Your flanking could have been better, but it wasn't bad. It definitely looked like you were trying to do the right things. Really, really encouraging. Be patient. I think for you, the biggest thing is definitely the amount that you're able to play right now is very low. So that's the
yeah,
biggest problem. But obviously, that's nothing that you can really fix right now. So don't worry about it. Instead, just with the time that you have to play, make sure that you have a goal to work on it and keep practicing. You're looking good. Do you have any questions?
thank you. No, that will be all. Oh yeah,
Okay. Sure.
for my like coaching session, that will be
Mhm.
it. But so I pay for the